Well, yeah, that's a good timing. It's been hard to have a good timing within these years. It's been so hard for rock bands and everybody who's out there to work with the expectations and the COVID. So we're probably gonna go back to that later. Voodoo, Sex, and Vampire was just a game of words I came up with when writing the album, and I just liked the sound of it. It just had a good rhythm. That's how it started. And as soon as I had this association, I was obviously thinking about Tarantino, Rodriguez, about all these cool vampire films and movies and the style. And I was also thinking about, do you remember Warrant, Uncle Tom's Cabin? It has this kind of bluesy beginning to it with a slide guitar. And so there was a room full of ideas. And John Diva and the Rockets of Love, as soon as we start, thinking and working creative, there's more ideas than can be fitted into a room. But it was clear, obviously, okay, we're going to do some crazy vampire video out of it. And we had the chance to work with a club that featured us and hosted us before live, and we brought in a lot of friends, fans, and people we met everywhere at Wacken. A lot of German friends because we were shooting in Germany, and that was a hell of a time. And yeah, it's our new single, and it's exactly what you said. It's a Halloween mashup, smash hit. Yeah, it's shitty. We were thinking about it. We wanted to carry on the torch of rock and roll. We wanted to be there for the people and show some fun, show ourselves, spread some love and light during the pandemic. And I think everybody appreciated it a lot. But having said that, rock and roll is something you need to see live on tour. You have to see it on stage. And we are a band who loves to play live and to be in touch with the audience, and that of course didn't happen until now. So I think we all needed a lot of patience, and we can't wait to go on tour right now. And I think we're one of the few bands, and probably the only American band that goes on tour this year in Germany. And I can tell you it's hard. We've been discussing this forth and back with our management, but we're going to do it. And I hear from everybody it's not really sure how much tickets are being sold, if the venues can open up all the way. But we're just going to do it because we can't wait. We want to promote the album finally live. We want to meet our fans again. But it's a hard time, and it still will be. So for all those rock and roll lovers out there, I know you've been waiting, and now is the time to come out and party again, because all the bands out there, all the clubs, everybody needs your support to get this thing going again. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that was already the pandemic. We wanted to come out September last year and had a tour for autumn 2020. And so we, like everybody else, postponed it week by week, and choose to come out in January, which normally is a great month to release. And so that was already due to the pandemic. Yeah, this is actually the reason why we put it out, because at a certain time, you love the album and then you hate it suddenly because you just don't know, you don't get the feedback, and you're really not sure what's going on. You just want to get the baby out there to get your head moving for new things. And this is the destiny a lot of bands share right now. So in that way, we were really happy to put it out, because we obviously got a great press review back, and of course a lot of fans loved it. Still, the live sensation is missing. It is a little bit awkward, like everything we had in the last 1.5 years. It's you're just doing something and everybody is still alive, but at the same time you just got to realize this is the biggest crisis we all been through yet, you know. I was in January, you like just get hyperactive. During a pandemic, I started like working out like crazy. I did this and that. I suddenly were reading books I already read twice. You're just trying to cope. And in January, February, I started working on new material, which I really like a lot. And then from March on, I was just hoping to finally get on tour again. So I stopped it again. So there is new material for a new album, and it is awkward to talk about a new album right now. But there is something coming up, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be heavy, that I can assure you. But obviously, right now, it's time for American Amadeus. Ah, that was awesome. I mean, I wouldn't have thought, because we've been around a long time. All of us have played a million shows, since we were teenagers. And obviously you think, we're just going to do this right now. And it looks a little bit silly because the people are far away, with all the security concepts. And the minute we hit the stage, it was goose pimps everywhere. It was like, for everybody, you could see it with the fans. And even though that wasn't a rock and roll atmosphere, rather was like, I don't know what that was, people far away sitting somewhere in chairs. Still, it was beautiful. And it was a very special moment. We played 5 or 6 shows this summer, and we are still hungry to finally get back to the clubs. And we have great clubs coming up on that tour, and it looks like everybody is going to be there. It's soon going to be sold out. There's a little bit more tickets, and I can't wait. I really can't wait. It's going to be a totally new program. Obviously, everything is going to be built around American Amadeus. So there's going to be new songs. There is obviously going to be some classics. And we're just right now playing with a dramaturgy to set it all up. And it's going to be raw. It's going to be fast. It's going to be much more heavy and much more party than it used to be. And there's going to be wild costumes, and there's going to be some special guests in between. And it's, as everybody knows, John Diva, you don't go there on a Tuesday night. We're weekenders. We come to rock you and to party, and you can go all night with us. Well, probably said that before. It really has been hard for all of us. And now is the time to come out and show that you are still there. Everybody out there needs you. It's not only the rock bands, it's the bars, it's the clubs, it's the theaters, all the people who need people every night to mingle, to party, to meet, to talk, to discuss, to be friends, to fight, and to love. So John Diva will be there for you. We are one of the few bands to get out there. We will do it no matter how hard it is. And you can be sure we will be in your city soon. So let's see there. Let's unite. Let's party. Let's cry. Let's love. Let's just live together. The great moment of rock and roll.